Today is the day that all of my hard work on YouTube has paid off for. I am so unbelievably excited because this is a dream of mine. I am releasing my very own eyeshadow palette. Hypothetically, I got you. I'm so annoying, oh my god. But I sat down and I was like, what would I make if I had the opportunity to collaborate with some of my favorite eyeshadow brands? Now, I have an extensive single eyeshadow collection. I can make pretty much any color story anyone ever wants. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a video. I have chosen 2 eyeshadow brands that I absolutely love. I have tried to stick to their theme as well as my personal style. Oh, I just swiveled my chair there quite aggressively. Of course, I want to make such me color stories. I'm very colorful. Like today, I'm wearing my favorite color blue, but I also didn't want to like stray away from the brand's style and aesthetic. So I have chosen 2 brands. I have chosen Anastasia Beverly Hills, OG Queen, OG absolute icon, and I have also chosen Titanium Foxes, which is a very new brand to me, but honestly I am obsessed with, I'm in love with, I absolutely adore their eyeshadow quality. 2 very, very different brands. Anastasia is more on the everyday glam kind of side, but of course I am going to be adding my colourful taste. And Titanium Foxes is wham pam in your face, absolutely make a statement. So very polar opposite sides of the spectrum. I'm so excited to make these palettes with you guys today. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe, because who knows, maybe one day these will be a reality and I will be actually collaborating with these brands. Like, that is crazy to me. That is a dream come true. I am absolutely buzzing. These have given me a new lease of life. I upload every single day here on my YouTube channel, so you'll never get bored here. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup, get ready with me's, and also project pans and BYOPs. Clearly, build your own palettes. My single eyeshadow collection is a bit mad. So this was so much fun. I had everything to choose from. I hope you do enjoy the video. And with that being said, without further ado, let's build some dream eyeshadow collabs. Okay then, here we are, and this is my collection of single eyeshadows. So I have this big palette, which is pretty dirty actually, oh my god. This has 4 layers of it. So I have all of my neutral shades here. Then I have a blue and green layer. Then this is my pink layer. Some of them are missing because they're in this palette, but I'll talk about that in a second. And then I have like a tropical yellow, red, greeny palette as well. So I've got all of those. Then I have this. This is my No Pan Left Behind palette. Basically, I do a project pan every month and I randomize 9 single eyeshadows and I have to use them at least 1 time in the month. It just gets some use on my singles. And then I have this palette, which the first 4 shades are just kind of overflow, but then these are my brand new shades from the Pastel Roses. I did do a haul recently, so if you're interested, I'll leave it linked up in the cards, but I got some beautiful duochrome, beautiful single flaky, beautiful shades. How many times can I say beautiful? It's ridiculous. So these are all of my single eyeshadows and I'm just gonna jump on into it, I guess. So the first brand is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and just like all ABH palettes, this palette on the outside cannot be cleaned. It's keeping with the theme, but this magnetic palette, just a warning, if anyone is gonna go out and buy an ABH magnetic palette, these magnets are insanely strong, so if you have any delicate shades, do not put them in here, I'm telling you. So Anastasia Beverly Hills has kind of like a neutral theme, but with pops of color, and I definitely want a lot of pops of color. You guys know I love blue. Blue is going to be the star of this show, but wearable blue. I don't want to make a palette that is like just my color story. I still want it to fit with the theme of ABH. I know ABH loves these like pinky mauvey tones, so maybe I'll throw some of those in there as well, but I definitely want to keep it this kind of length, this size. So there are 14 shades in these palettes. I'm gonna make a 14 shade palette. I want it to be kind of like galaxy theme. I know they recently had the Cosmos palette, but I want to make it a little bit more like galaxy, sparkly, you know the drill. So let's dig in. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a few neutrals. You know ABH, okay? ABH loves their neutral shades, but I'm gonna push ABH a little bit, I think, in this palette. So first of all, the shade that really stands out to me is this top inner corner shade. This is very much like Vermeer. They love a Vermeer shade in their palettes. It's just a very neutral, everyday inner corner shade. It's nothing too in your face. It's nothing too offensive. So this, I think, will be perfect. I do want to keep it more cool toned, and funnily enough, I really don't have many cool toned neutrals in my collection, in my singles collection anyway. I absolutely love cool tone neutrals, and for some reason, I just have an abundance of warm tones. So maybe I need to look into that. But this shade here is definitely a cool tone. This is the shade Hot Fudge by He Who Shall Not Be Named. The longer my nails grow, the more difficult it is to take them out of this thing. There we go. I got it. So these two work really well together. I'm really happy about that. I think I want a black. Okay, this is me. Okay, I have a black in like every single eye look that I do. So a black is definitely gonna be in my dream palette. I feel like the rest of these shades are very warm tone, so I'm gonna move on to the next layer, which is the blues. Of course, I want some blues. I want this galaxy. I'm thinking like blue with like cool tone purple. I think that is so ABH, and that is also so me. So let's jump into it. Maybe I could take, to be honest, I want all of these shades. I want all of them, but I need to be selective. I think these two shades at the top here are so stunning. So the silver is like a really piecey, beautiful silvery shade. It's definitely got some really pretty sparkle in there. And then the blue is like a blue to yellow duochrome. So this is Glass from KKW, and this is Frosty from the Pastel Roses. Right now, I'm just grabbing things and hoping for the best. So I don't have a rhyme or reason to anything that I'm doing right now. I definitely want some mattes, and I definitely want a range of mattes. I think this is stunning. And I know ABH has done a blue matte shade like this before in the Alyssa Edwards palette. This is from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette, and it's the shade 12. I feel like we have a black already, so just mixing these two would make this one. So I'm going to leave that one, but I definitely want a lighter blue matte. I'm thinking this shade here. So this is also from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. It's the shade 37. So I think, this palette already, it's a bit of me. It is a bit of me. I absolutely adore it. But I also want another kind of galaxy-inspired, single, shimmery, beautiful, sparkly shade. So what do I want? What do I want? That is the question. There's quite a few that I could choose from. These two. Look at those two. So I've just swatched those two there. I'm leaning towards this one because it's slightly more cool tone. It has that like cool tone, almost purpley base to it. Yeah, that goes so well. I think that's a lot of blue. ABH probably wouldn't put this many blues in a palette, so I'm gonna move on. Oh, but they do love their pinks, don't they? They love a bit of pink in ABH. So I definitely want something kind of like Bon Fresco-y kind of theme. I am panning my Modern Renaissance, so I'm very, very up to date with Bon Fresco, and I'm thinking maybe one of these two cool tone mattes. I do want it to be definitely more cool tone, so I'm leaning more towards this one. This is from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded. It's the shade 38. I didn't tell you this one, actually. This is the Pastel Roses Skyfall. I think this shade goes really well with this little color story, so I think that's a good option. I do want a pinky shimmer. I do not know which one, though. I do not know which one. I kind of wanted one of these, but I think they're going to be a little bit too bright for what I want. That's them swatched out. I think definitely a bit too bright, a bit too pink. I don't want it to be like in your face pink. So let me swatch these two. Okay, so these two shades, they're definitely more what I'm looking for. I think I'm gravitating towards this. This is pink, but it's got that like celestial kind of shift to it. So what is this? This is the shade Starlight. I think that goes really well with this shade as well. I wanted something to complement that, and that is definitely the one. Now, you know me, I'm not a massive pink girl, so I think that's all I'm gonna add for pinks. So let's move on to this palette. Okay, I don't really know what I want from this palette, to be honest. I don't think I want anything from this palette. This is definitely a different vibe to this. So I think I'm gonna close this palette and have a look elsewhere. This is my No Pan Left Behind palette, and I actually think I'm gonna take maybe both of these, actually. I think these two go really well. I want a neutral shimmer that goes with these kind of more dusty tones. I don't have a neutral shimmer, so this is definitely gonna be an asset. This doesn't have a name on it, so I don't know what shade it is, but it is from the Pastel Roses, and it is a super beautiful taupe. That's stunning. So I'm gonna throw that in there. And I think this shade is gonna bring both of these color stories together really well. This, honestly, is one of my favorite shades ever. It is a blue to pink duochrome, also from the Pastel Roses. That is the shade Dreamscape. Literally, like, look at that. That is born to be in this color story. I'm in love. I'm tempted. Are the new ABH palettes 12 or 14? I remember they had some shade amount discrepancy. Okay, so the Cosmos palette has 12 shades, and I kind of want this to be like a Cosmos sister palette, like the Cosmos and the Galaxy. Oh my god, that would be so cute. So I'm gonna put these in an order that I think goes well, and then I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, this looks so cute. Look at this little color story. I think this is so ABH and so me at the same time. Let me know, what do you think down below? Obviously, we've not put them in yet, but I'm so excited about this. Okay, what are we thinking? I feel like this is a little bit dull, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna add another row. Because to be honest, I see some shades that I think I really want to put in. Like this shade. I think that's gonna go so nicely. Maybe, I don't know. I think that's cute, but then we're losing the pinkiness. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. No, you know what? ABH it fits ABH's theme, I think. And I do like it. The more I'm looking at this, the more I do like it. So, yeah. This is my ABH palette. I'm going to call it like the Galaxy palette. I don't know. The Duochrome Galaxy, the Falling Star, I want it to go for a blue, cool tone, smoky palette. I think this is actually nice. Yeah, the more I'm looking at it, the more I like it. So this is my ABH palette. What are we thinking? I think this is so cute. So let's move on to the next brand. So the next brand is going to go in this palette. This is just a Revolution Pro single eyeshadow palette. And the next brand I'm going to talk about is Titanium Foxes. So this is the Titanium Foxes Poppy Storm palette. And I also have the Poppy Quiet palette, which is this palette. Can I get them both in frame? That'd be really nice. Look at this color story. Like, these color stories are absolutely insane. The quality of these is ridiculous. So I would love to collaborate with Titanium Foxes. That would be like a dream come true. My palettes are already so messy. Oh my God. So the theme I'm getting with Titanium Foxes is they love color and duochromes, but they also throw in a few neutral shades as well. Now, with Titanium Foxes, their duochromes are so unique. So obviously I'm like building my own palette with what I have, but I know that Titanium Foxes would just throw in the most insane, like so unique duochromes. So I have no chance of keeping up with that, but I'm gonna try my absolute best. So the thing that I'm envisioning is like an electric kind of palette. You guys may know I absolutely love my yellow, green, blue color stories. And imagine a yellow, green, blue color story, and it's gonna be called, wait for it, I think this is so good, Poppy Surge. Oh my God, we have Poppy Storm, Poppy Quiet, and Poppy Surge. Yes, I'm obsessed. So let's get rooting through my single eyeshadow collection and let's build the Poppy Surge palette. Alrighty-o. So, as I said, they like their neutrals, and I feel like I can add some warmer tone neutrals to this just because it's more yellow leaning. It is going to be a little bit warm toned. So I'm definitely thinking this shade 100%. My hand is getting so glittery, but this is what that one looks like. Look at that. That's stunning. That is the shade Sweet Pumpkin from the Pastel Roses. I'm pretty sure that's discontinued. And to be honest, the shade next to it, I think goes really well with that. So this is the shade LA Splash Aragonite. So those two, just a look with those two. Yeah. Yep, 100% I love. Now, I don't want my palette to be too neutral, so I'm going to move on. Here we go, blues. I'm going to try not to double dip. I'm going to try, because the ABH palette does have a lot of my blue babies. So, again, I want a black. I use a black in like every look. We've been through this. I can't get it out the palette. There we go. I want a black, 100%. So, blue, green, yellow. I'm so excited. So we've got teals, we've got blues. I want a deep blue. I think a deep blue is going to be so good in this palette. And I would have gone for the other deep blue, but as I said, I don't want to double dip. So this is going to be the one. And do you think we could blend that out with this? I do want a range. I love a good range. I think they'd be able to blend each other out. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't really know how many blues I want, but I definitely, of course, want some shimmers. I think this is a really nice middle ground, or maybe this. I feel like this is more of a duochrome, and this is more of just a normal shimmer. So this is the duochrome. This is NBA Cosmetics Fabulous. Even this little color story here, I'm in love with already. I love it. And then I think I want a really pale blue as well. And I mean, the only pale blue left is this. So what is this? It's stunning. That's what it is. It's got a bit of purpliness to it, which is interesting. That could add some contrast. That's Bon Appetit. So that's cute. Yeah, that goes really well. But we need some teals. We need some green. This green is screaming my name. It is so pretty. This is the Revolution Maxi Reloaded shade R2. That is like a chartreuse. I mean, oh, look at that. Look at that color story. Just that color story alone. I'm living, breathing, dying. I love. I do want some teals. I'm thinking maybe these two. It's like they can blend. Or maybe these two. Yeah, I feel like they could blend each other out better. So this is Revolution Maxi Reloaded, shade 26. I mean, oh, look at that. Look at that. And then this is LAX from the Revolution, what's it called? LA Dreams palette. There we go. That's a blast from the past right there. I definitely want a teal shimmer. Maybe like this. This could be interesting. What's this shade? That is the shade Amazonia. And yeah, it definitely pulls more teal. That's stunning. I love this palette. I love this palette already. Okay, I'm going to try and pull myself away from that because it's so stunning. Pinks. I don't want pinks. I'm not a pink girly. Yellow. Oh yeah. Okay, I've got to have this. This is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadows. It is Food Videos, and this is going to add the brightest pop. Look at that. That is insanity to me. I love that. I love that, love that, love that. I also want a yellowy shimmer, and this one's calling my name. Oh, this is like one of those super piecey yellowy shimmers. Yeah. That is the shade Little Star. So I have 2 more shades. Only 2 more shades to put in here. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I think I want maybe like a green. So like something like this, maybe? If I can get it out. Oh my god. There we go. This is Revolution Maxi Reloaded 31. That's beautiful. And I think I want like a super bright white. I don't have a white in here, so maybe like an inner cornery white shade. So this is the color story. I was going to put this in like a yellow, green, blue order, but I find that with Titanium Foxes, they are kind of all over the place. The color story in the best way possible. Okay, I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but the color stories are pretty crazy in a good way. Like, that's so pretty. I like the madness of that. The madness of that is so good. Yeah, because normally I gradient it lightest going down to darkest. Maybe I'll swap these two like that. That's cute. That's cute. Okay, let me put these in a palette. Okay, look at this. Oh, I'm obsessed. So we have, let me put them together, the Poppy Storm palette here. And then we have the Poppy Quiet palette here. And then we have the Poppy Surge. I think these are such cute little sisters. Look at them. Look at them. They are so cute. I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed. I think I've done such a good job with this. I think the idea not to gradient them was a really good idea because these are all, like, I don't want to say all over the place in like a bad way because they're definitely not, but they're all over the place in like a creative, fun way. And I think this also matches that vibe. So these are my 2 beautiful palettes. Which one is your favorite? Which one would you purchase? Let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just a really cute little concept and I love this little video. I think it's so fun. Let me know which brand would you collaborate with if you had the opportunity. What color story would you make? Let us all know down below. Do your pitching, do your sales selling. You know the drill. I hope you have an incredible day and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.